Hi everyone, welcome back to this episode of Here's Loud. I'm Abhishek Prasad, a first year electrical engineering student.
Hi, I'm Adiseshan Nair. So same like Abhishek, I'm also a first year electrical engineering student in University Malaya.
So Adi, I've heard that you had a question for us actually.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about which matter more, education or experience. So before we start, I
Mm-hmm.
would like to attack one of Abhi's points if he wants to bring it up,
I
and
mean, hey, don't go through my arsenal yet.
if anyone in the listening to the podcast is going to bring it up, that the notion how Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg were both how college dropouts. Okay, so I would like to clear one thing up first. True, Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates were both college dropouts, but they dropped out of Harvard, a top school
Yeah,
in the world,
you're right.
and
Mm-hmm.
also they dropped out from their master's degree. They didn't
Both of
drop
them?
out from their yeah both. They didn't drop out from their undergrad degree. Both of them dropped out from their master's degree. So they went. They had some level of uh high level education. They both had their undergrad degree. What they dropped out from is their master's degree. So don't go around quoting that, oh, Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg were both dropouts and now they are billionaires. They dropped out from a different league from the rest of
Yeah,
the
correct.
common people.
Yeah, you're right. It's not just the average
Yeah, your
college.
average.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I wouldn't say it's average, but like Harvard is pretty hard to get to.
Yeah, I applied to Harvard and I got rejected.
Don't worry,
So,
Harvard, your credentials are safe.
yeah, yeah. So, Abi, what do you think? What matters more, experience or education?
Well, actually, I'm not too sure myself first because I still can't really differentiate what I personally feel defines education and what defines experience. So do you think you can help me with that? I would say, what is experience? I would like to ask you back.
Okay, I wasn't expected to be questioned on this. So, experience means, in my opinion at least, this is not Oxford Dictionary, I think. Experience, in my knowledge, means something you learn, something you gain through doing it repetitively or at least once. You get that experience. Yeah, so experience is like something that you have done before. It's not something new to you, completely new to you. You
Mm-hmm.
have some level of knowledge over it. So
Understand?
then what's education?
Well, I feel that education is the formal learning. If any teaching institutions from your lower primary to your upper secondary up to your degree and masters and so on and so forth. So basically, formal education is what I define as education, like getting your degrees in engineering or your bachelor's or your masters and all.
So do we want to limit the scope to what level of education we're going to discuss about?
I mean, because those I think define on the job that we're applying for it limits. So I think we should leave it open first,
Okay.
so that we can actually go through a range of different jobs. Because certain jobs, of course, we definitely know does not require a high class degree or like a. But the thing is that are they able to excel in their chosen field? That is the question.
So you suggesting that education is needed to excel in the field.
Well, it actually depends on what kind of field you're talking about because I'm pretty sure certain fields require more skills than just a degree. A degree can only take you so far, but skills are what make you excel or do the best that you can or give you the best tools that you need to excel in that certain field, whatever it may be.
But then I disagree because if you look at a tech field, especially as how big tech firms they apply people based on whether they are able to complete a series of examination tasks, and those tasks is mostly could be done with just experience alone. And there are people that is hired in Google. In fact, I
Mm-hmm.
think large portion of people hired at like big tech firms are those that have some level of experience rather than a formal educational degree.
Hmm. You're right, but like not everybody's gonna be ending up working for Google, right? I'm pretty sure most
Yeah,
employers will
okay.
just probably settle for a degree, and not the genius, or is what you call. Sorry, that's Apple workers. Sorry, Apple geniuses. Yeah. So Apple genius. What do you think? Do you think is more education or more skill?
um, Wait, we're talking about the Genius Bar at Apple, right? The one that doesn't
Yes.
give you your warranty.
Nope, not that one.
Okay, so you're talking about Apple, like Apple Workforce.
Yes.
So Apple Workforce, yeah, true. When you take a look at Apple, Apple is not a software company. Apple is also a manufacturing company.
Mm-hmm.
So they manufacture iPhones, they manufacture iPads and stuff, electronical device.
Mm-hmm.
So now for Apple, they would hire engineers, not just people experienced in the software end of Apple, but those that actually going to work on product development. So those are engineers, and those engineers require an engineering degree,
Understand?
like
Yep, correct.
electrical engineering
Yes,
degree.
sure, but the thing is that having a basic electrical engineering degree on its own does not define you as a good electrical engineer. I'm pretty sure Apple will want a good electrical engineer. And what do you need from that is probably your experience because even in
My man doesn't know CGPA exists.
true, you're right. CGPA, true, true. Valid point, valid point. No, okay, but follow me here on my train of thought here first, okay?
Okay.
So when you talk about what defines an electrical engineer or like the quality of an engineer you have, besides your CGPA of course, is all your certifications. And those certifications are usually skilled certifications. They're not formal education, they're not things where you can get a degree and then you'll be done by that. You will need to have those skills. You need to learn the skills to apply for those
Yeah, I
graduations.
agree. You do need skills. Like, sure, I can have an electrical engineering degree, and sure, my CGPA can be high. But if those are only in classroom knowledge, what's the point of Apple or any other company hiring me? Because all I know is to calculate Laplace transformation, but I don't know how to apply that. I'm serious. I still don't know how to apply Laplace transformation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like what I learned in classroom, as of now, as a first year student, I still don't know how to apply it to the field. So I feel like we need experience when we go into the workforce.
Understand? Yeah.
But then why do employers look at whether if you have a degree or if you don't?
I think that's because what employers expect is a minimum level of a competency as well. Because what a degree is that I'm pretty sure an education, a formal degree, not only shows you that you are skilled or knowledgeable in that certain field, but also shows you that for at least 3 to 4 years straight, you showed up at one place at one time, attended all your tests at a certain time and this hour, you did your due diligence, you put in effort for 4 years consistently. It also shows that you are dedicated. So that's why I feel that a degree is also education is also a vital thing and not just skill can take you further.
But like if you compare two individual with the same knowledge, but one did not have formal education, the other went to Harvard per se. I feel like that individual that did not had formal education but has the same levels of skills as an electrical engineer that graduated from Harvard shows more discipline because he had to go to the extra mile. He had to search up information. He did not had someone to educate him. He did not had
So
a
so
structured
basically
timetable.
what you're saying is that education but not formal lah.
Yes,
Because you're saying he learned exactly what the electrical engineer or
but
similar
I
to
would
what I
say
learns through
informal education is experience.
informal education is experience.
Yes, I would say informal education is experience because you're not learning it from a traditional classroom. You're not learning it from doing projects or stuff. So you're not bounded by a certain rigid structure. And I find that that is what experience should be defined. Informal education.
So informal education is experience. Well, actually I agree to that. Informal education is experience, but you have to also look for it from perspectives of like a highly difficult degree, such as let's say nuclear scientist, or you want to do a job as a nuclear scientist or
Yeah,
nuclear engineer.
yeah, that's where I agree with you. I feel like that you need the education when you want to become like let's say a nuclear engineer. Then
So then it really does depends on field, as you say, because when you go, you have to first find out your field that you want to go into, because as much as you can see, as you're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, there is not a singular answer for a certain field. There's always one is either more important. Education is more important or experience is more important. But first off, we need to define first what field you want to go into. That should be the definition that we should be defined.
yeah, I feel like that it's a spectrum. Yeah, we should agree that it's a spectrum. It depends on
Correct.
what field you want to get into. Let's say if you want to get into a STEM field, then sure, at some point you need some sort of formal education. But I believe like
But even into continue on STEM field as well, if you like to go more into research and to be at the forefront of pioneering the technology or the research in the world today, you also still need to add on by education. That's where you do not add on by skill, which
but
is what you were trying to say just now earlier,
but like
right?
what about Steve Wozniak?
Okay,
He
tell me
was
about
a
Simons then.
Steve Wozniak. He created Apple products. He was a backyard scientist. Basically, he made stuff out of his garage. He made Apple devices, and he made it off experience only. He built the first iMac, the first ever Apple version, and he did it all out of experience. So what about him?
Mm-hmm.
So you said that you need education for
Correct. Yeah.
to be the forefront of innovation. He built the first personal computer.
I
I
think this
believe he
is
built the first personal computer.
no, no. I mean, the first commercial grade personal
Yeah,
computer.
okay,
Okay,
commercial grade personal computer,
fine. I
but
would say
he
that.
made it from
Yeah.
experience alone.
Yeah, but the thing is that see, you're also giving me one of those Harvard cases that you didn't want in the beginning of Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. How many Steve Wozniaks do you think are out there? Or how many ones are popping up similar to
Oh,
how?
so yeah, okay, I agree at that point. You have to be at least like a genius to excel in electrical engineering, in
Mm-hmm.
electronics without a degree. Yeah, because to figure that out, it's hard. I've
We have
tried
a
in
failed Steve Wozniak here,
yeah,
guys.
yeah, still Steve was like we attended all our classes in Sem 1 and still don't know what's going on. So
Yeah,
yeah, I feel at that point it's a certain people can pull it off, but not everyone.
correct. I see.
And we are speaking about the large population.
Yeah, so but I feel that why education should be the winner of this conversation here is because education gives you the basic foundation where you all can then take off on based on your experience because to you to also know where to find that skills in or how to sharpen your skills, you need your education. You need to know what you need to put your effort into as well. And you need to know what's going on as well for you to know that. And the only way to do that is to learn through formal education.
Yeah, so suggesting a formal structure to what what you're supposed to learn.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like education can give you the structure to your learning. Formal education can give some sort of structure to what you're trying to learn, what
Mm-hmm.
you wish to learn. And it can also give you an advantage when you enter the workforce, some sort of advantage when you enter the workforce, because employers will look at your degree before they
Mm-hmm.
assess your experience. And again, how do you want to present your experience? Because it's something abstract.
Correct,
You
you're right
can't
as
put
well.
it on your resume.
Experience can also be in a form of more trainings as well, but those are basically on the boundary line of education versus
Yeah, that's on the boundary line.
skill.
So
Yeah.
like let's say you gain your experience from doing some sort of project, some sort of program you attended,
Yeah, correct. Yeah, you're
yeah.
right.
So how
Yeah.
do you want to present it on a resume? A formal degree
Mm-hmm.
helps you to
It's a format.
it's a format,
It's
I
a
would
format
say, like
basically. Yeah.
yeah.
It's a
So
key
it
requisite as well.
yeah, so it helps you to like tell your employer that you are qualified at this and that without having to write it out, like write a long essay.
Yeah, understand. But
Yeah.
that's but in that sense, not only education offers that. Like Harvard, we've been telling skilled workers also have their own certification as well. But would you consider education or would you call that experience?
So I would say
Because then I would think if we let's give it to experience because you want to compare the prerequisite of a form or a document that says that you showed up somewhere, you learned somewhere, and you have this knowledge. A technical certification also gives you that, but I wouldn't necessarily call it formal education. But I would say it's more of an experience kind of thing. So can that also be a substitute or an equivalence for you to also excel in the field where you are saying that is education dominated?
so technical certification. I would say technical certification qualifies as experience. Like you
Yeah,
said earlier,
correct.
technical certification qualifies as experience. And when employers, for some reason, employer look down on technical certificates.
Yeah, but they shouldn't, right?
Yeah, skill certificate. I feel like they shouldn't, because a skilled worker, someone that had hands-on experience, is of the same, let's say,
Ca-
degree,
Okay,
is going to
understand.
be
Yeah.
way more skillful, way more useful in the workforce than someone that got a degree, especially in Malaysia. In Malaysia, a degree means you attended certain hours of lecture
Yeah,
for
correct.
a week, and then went to certain exams, did some projects. If you're lucky, if your degree has projects, did one final year project,
Mm-hmm.
and then you get
Yeah.
a degree. And we probably did one internship in between, and that is not enough
Okay.
in
Yeah.
the workforce. I feel like it does not. That's where Malaysia education lacks. It's that we don't
So
have.
we're also supposed to incorporate this question as well into our entire education system as well to like also shift the way that we are training the young people to think because right now I'm pretty sure people are mostly thinking that study, study, study and you'll get to where you want to be. But they also fail to understand that a key part of life or a key part of successing in life is also for you to have those not to say experience, but this experience also con covers things such as soft skills as well, as
Yeah,
you would
soft
say.
skills. Yeah.
Like the degree will get you to where you want to be, but the experience as well, if we're talking about soft skills here, will take you far to go in your company per se, and will make
Yeah, I
sure you make
agree.
the right handshakes to get you to where you will
Yeah, I
end up
agree.
later.
I agree. Soft skills matters a lot, and you can never learn soft skills in a classroom because sure you did a presentation like what in your week 10 every semester, but
Isn't that what you're stuck with right now?
yeah, actually supposed to do a presentation, but yeah, uh, good. Thank you, Doctor. No, Mr. Nazrik. Yeah, I still haven't done it. Okay, so I feel like soft skills, right? You wouldn't develop in a classroom. You do a presentation at week 10 or probably somewhere between week 10 to week 14. You do that one presentation, but then you're going to read from a script. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to read from a script.
I
That
mean, I didn't. That's saying.
okay. So everyone read a script. Majority is going to read from a script, and you're going to go up there and just read the script. So what's the point of the presentation? It's not going. You're not actively engaging in a conversation. And in the workforce, when you meet people, you need to explain what you're doing. You need to talk to people, and that you wouldn't get in a
Yeah,
classroom.
correct. You're right. Those are the things you learn from having a more interaction based
Yeah.
things where you meet more people, you learn more things. Basically, it's like the street smart versus book smart kind of question.
Oh yeah.
Which
Yeah.
one gets you further? Which one helps you excel in life? Which one can help you survive in life? Is it
Yeah.
being book
Correct.
smart
Yeah.
or is it being street smart?
Yeah. It's that. But then again, okay. Okay, we enrolled in university,
Yeah,
and
we are.
now halfway through we realize okay, experience matter more. How
Yeah.
do we get the experience? We are pursuing our degree. So while pursuing our degree, how can we get experience?
So, let's say, as you say, internship counts as experience.
Yeah, you should.
So should I also do my internship in my first year of my degree, or just stick in the course structure and go for my fourth year?
I feel like every point of the journey of education in Malaysia, you should do internship. Like every year of your degree, you need to do internship so that you can apply what you learn in your first year, in your second year, third year, and fourth year, and not just dump all your third year knowledge in your fourth year.
I see. So you think it should be more of a steadily integration of both education as well as experience in this, where you learn your theory, you test your practicals through your experience, and then you build the stepping stones
Yeah,
where will get you to the top of the stairs.
yeah, I agree with that. Plus, there's many perks of doing internship every year. One, it's you get financial gain. It
True, you're right.
Financial gain can go a long way,
As well.
for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do internship in your relevant field, you can gain experience. Plus, at every year, like at the end of every term,
Yeah, there's
there's
a
a
very long holiday.
three
Yeah,
months
correct. You're
holiday.
right.
Like, what am I supposed to do in the 3 months?
I mean, I'm hang out with friends and develop my soft skills in a
That's a
different
different
way.
kind of soft skills. So, in that 3 months of
Yeah.
semester break at the end of every term, I feel like students should, if they want to develop the experience, should try out some interviews, some internship.
I
It would
understand. Yeah.
give them a lot of experience.
Yeah, because a lot of people because most of my friends are also those who are already in the working field. They're just going into the workforce, and even them are recommending me to not waste my term holiday and to actually start interning for companies at the very beginning. But the thing is that I feel like this is only happening in my degree. I don't think so. It's being said in like degrees like such as creative arts and
Yeah.
similar stuff like that.
So I feel like even creative arts, they should venture out in the especially creative arts because
Oh, okay.
their degree is more of
Oh yeah, you're
like
right. They're more for the skill based degree instead,
skill based degree.
because you
So
need to learn the techniques and learn the
yeah,
skills that you
exactly.
guys
So I
have to
feel like
use. Yeah,
internship at every point of the
yeah.
journey of learning, it will give them a lot of experience and give them a advantage in the work when they enter the workforce. So as an employer, they will look at the degree and see, oh, someone did 4 years of internship, and that would be enough experience for
Correct. You're
to
right.
convince the employers. But then I feel like the stance we should take here is that experience go hand in hand with education.
Yeah, correct. I think it's like what I've said earlier as well. Is like the amalgamation of both actually, and the
Yes.
integration of both into a new learning platform as well, where you are both being taught the theory as well as the practical way, and that will really guide you in life on how for you
Yeah.
to build
So
yourself.
a reformation of education system is needed.
Yeah.
Like better policies and to incorporate experience into education. And I'm sure the government is currently trying that out now.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that in years to come we are going to see that they are changes in our educational system to incorporate experience,
Yep.
because education alone can get you halfway, but experience is going to get you where you want to get.
Maybe then we would have to ask the question again on
Yeah.
whether or not it is education or is it experience. Thank you
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you guys.
Okay.